There are 4 narrative theories that I need to apply to our documentary by Todorov, Prop, Levi Strauss and Roland Barthes. I'm going to discuss them and try to apply them to the 2004 documentary Super Size Me. Todorov says that a narrative is reduced to a very simple recurring formula. It begins with the equilibrium, which is a state of normality and calmness. It is then met by a disruption, which is an event that breaks up the equilibrium. Then comes the recognition, when the characters realise that there is a problem, which is then met by the resolution, where the people will try to repair the damage, and then which is met by the new equilibrium, which is to set again a state of calmness and normality. However, it may not be the same equilibrium that was at the start of the documentary. In terms of Super Size Me, the equilibrium at the beginning of the documentary would have been where he was healthy, which is said by the doctors and the health specialists. The disruption would be where the effects of the diet take place and he begins to feel depressed and gain a lot of weight. And the new equilibrium will be at the end of the movie, where he isn't necessarily as healthy as he was at the beginning, but he begins his healthy diet again. Props theory state that there are 8 character types and there are 31 roles for each character. Every character will have a purpose, and these character types can include the hero, which is usually the main protagonist, the villain, who is usually the antagonist, the donor, the dispatcher who sends the hero on the journey, and the princess, who is usually the reward. In documentaries, the presenter can usually be the hero, and which is the case in Super Size Me, where Morgan Spurlock is the hero. The villain would be the junk food, so mainly McDonald's, which is his diet, and then his helpers would be the doctors, and his princess would be maybe his girlfriend, because at the end she is the one who helps him get back on track to the way he... Levi Strauss's theory is about binary oppositions, which is where there is a conflict between 2 qualities. This could be good versus bad, peace versus war, nature versus machinery. In Super Size Me, it is more about McDonald's and junk food versus people. Roland Barthes argued that narrative is told through a series of codes that are used to control the way information is given. The codes are the enigma, which is a puzzle or an issue that the audience has to work out, the action, which is a resolution of the puzzle or the issue, which is resolved through action. There is the semic code, which is usually the images, the symbolic code, which is the subtext, and the referential code, which are the cultural influences.